There's a water breathing, darkness, and oil of unlife.
I'm good.
Darkness would be handy. Probably that's easy for other folks, but Fenwarden probably can't pull that off without a potion.
All right.
Free for everyone else to grab because I'm grabbing all the basically all the scrolls, or at least get first dibs on them as they're going out. It seems.
Yeah. Reckla will
So.
grab
I got
the
scroll
oil of
fly.
unlife.
Definitely wanted the scroll of fly.
Handy.
Right?
I've also got a wand and a hand axe.
I don't know anything about a wand.
This might have been the one that we stumbled across when we saw that big opening in the forest near the fort or near the mines.
Not a
It's-
time,
No,
another time.
yeah.
I think this might have been a session I missed. I think it was
Yeah.
my late scratch session.
This was when we found the disease somewhere around that time period.
The rot.
Yeah.
Okay. Yep. So there's definitely a few things that are a few loose ends still. Correct.
So
Do we know
I
what the
guess
wand does?
not yet.
Yeah, I will, and we'll get that sorted.
Okay. And
Whatever we
then
can.
that looks like that's about it. We have some potions, some vials, and a ring with an
Oh, it's
unknown
that
insignia.
that nasty black magic soup stuff.
Okay. And then there was a ring with an insignia that we didn't recognize. Is that it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that was something that you recovered from one of the troll loot.
Okay.
All right. So if I'm remembering correctly, we set up camp in the grasslands somewhere between the Troll Den and Wind Ridge. You're headed in that direction. We're going to go ahead and just start at the beginning of that following day. We'll go ahead and hand wave ourselves to the next morning here where you guys would awaken in the grasslands. And I guess we're going to continue.
That's to figure out what that wand is, as we had talked
Oh,
about.
yeah, that's right.
So we'll get that wand handed out, and then yes, we're ready to move on. I have no idea. I feel like 29 should do it though.
Let me make sure I found the right one here.
I've also got that, but
Okay. Sorry, 1 second. Okay, so this is, I'll just go ahead and create this. It's a wand of
Ashes?
searing ashes, yes. It casts produce flame at will, and it holds 3 charges per day to cast burning hands.
I'll definitely get down on that.
Yeah, that's cool.
Sweet.
Reckless.
Produce flame is one of few cantrips. I can shoot electric, but now I can do
Yeah.
fire. Spectacular.
Yeah, Reckla doesn't really have much in the way of fire either.
It's
Yeah.
good for sure.
And now we can burn up these troll bodies.
Exactly.
Yeah, Sydney, that comes in handy because Fenwarden has flaming arrows, but they need to be set alight.
Spectacular.
So I did put, I've got a little folder in your party folder called items where I'm putting some of these items with their descriptions and stuff. So you have that if you need to transcribe it to your sheet or program it
Great.
into your sheet.
You said it was the burning hands one?
Yeah,
Spectacular.
yeah, it's burning hands. So that is identified. Anything else you guys wanted to investigate during that time period that you're before you're or as you're even traveling? Like what would you be talking about, trying to figure out? You had mentioned you had something that you were trying to study.
I'm going to study that scroll, but I think I've hit everything on my scrolls until I level up. Everything I can learn, I have learned, and the things that I missed, I have to wait till level up before I can take another shot at them.
Okay.
I believe that to be true.
Anything else that anyone else is investigating or discussing that we need to mention here? Otherwise,
Fenwarden has a potion of Chimera Might, and the description I've got for that is different than what I'm reading here in the items.
let's see.
Because what I took down was that you had to roll for which Chimera you would get.
Where's the, what did you write down? Where's that at? I thought we had already rolled it to see which one it was, and then we determined it was this.
Oh, that could be. Yeah, I had noted that it had to be rolled.
Yeah, yeah, no, I think it's just to determine, like, this one is now this type. But yeah, that's another
Oh,
good ace in your sleeve there
yeah.
for a battle. But okay. All right. Anything else you guys are curious about as I guess you're going to continue heading south? Or is there another plan here?
Yeah, I think on to Windridge.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. And your marching order will be what? Sydney, Reckla, Fenwarden? Or is it? Do
I
I have
can
it
scout if you want
backwards?
me. Well, Fenwarden's probably a little bit better. I don't know.
That's what I
Like
don't
on the
remember.
trail. Survival. I've got stealth. Not really even perception to go with it, just stealth.
Let's put Fenwarden in the front, and maybe Sydney, you can jump off into the bushes if we run into something.
All right.
He'll be walking with his shield in hand.
Yeah, I guess that's the other question. You guys are on foot, right? You no longer have steed. Okay, so yeah, go ahead and roll a couple 2 perception checks for me, Fenwarden, please. This will cover the first half of this day as we're.
Good.
So I think some time goes by before you get to a point where you are now up on a ridgeline looking down on a pretty large grassland area, and you notice what appears to be a clearing ahead where it seems like there is some bloodshed. From the distance, even, you can see a spatter of blood down in this
Hmm.
area. So do you want to proceed towards it or avoid it, I guess is the question.
I will proceed stealthily. So as not to be
Okay,
seen. But I'll
so
follow Fenwarden's got the lead.
yeah, you guys go ahead and roll stealth rolls for creeping up on this.
Well, I think if this is what we're going to do, Sydney's going to go check it out. Fenwarden will stay back within bow range. Is
Okay.
that all right with you, Sydney?
Yep, sounds great.
Okay, so let's stealth.
All right.
Oh my gosh. How is that possible?
All right, so as you make your way up towards this opening, you're looking around and you don't see anyone moving around at the moment, but you do come up upon this scene, and I'll move us over to a different screen here. And so essentially what you come across here is a couple of trails of blood and 2 pretty large spots of blood that stand out that seem like a major loss of blood, to where whatever creature did that is probably in some trouble. It's would I think be the first concern. But the interesting thing is that it looks like there's 2 really distinct directions that the tracks lead in from the center of this. One kind of going southwest and the other one going northeast. So you guys can roll to take a closer look if you're wanting to get in close to the actual scene versus the distance you have right now. You're welcome to investigate it further, but at the moment you don't see or hear anything else.
Yeah, I think Fenwarden's ranger hood would prevent him from. There's no way he could not take a closer look. He's going to put on his tracker goggles and go take a closer look and see if he can get any more information from the
Okay.
scene.
Yeah.
I'm gonna follow as well. I follow his lead.
What are you up to?
Yeah, I'll trail along. I'll just let them do the investigating, and I'll just keep a head up.
All right, so you can do a roll here. I think Fenwarden, you could make I'm thinking it's a survival check.
I think he gets a +1 if it's tracking stuff from his goggles. It's not 24.
Okay.
The
So
right man.
you do a closer look here at this scene, and you believe that you find some evidence that leads you to believe that this large spattering of blood was a troll. And that some of the other blood that's strewn about in these little smaller places appear to be probably humanoid. And it seems like the troll's prints headed off to the southwest, and that the humanoid prints headed northeast.
But the troll was also bleeding, course. Okay.
Yeah.
But
Well, okay.
I think the other factor of it is that it seems pretty fresh, like something that probably happened either overnight or early this morning before you were in range to really observe or hear it.
He is my friend. Should we see?
Ascertain this is one troll and not multiples.
Let's say the blood is way more than a human could let out,
I'm
but
just thinking about the tracks that are
yeah,
going to the southwest.
I think
Okay.
that's in the scene here.
Okay, so the two sides of the coin are, for one, yes, we could go find the humanoid and make an ally, but on the other hand, our whole point of being here was to take care of trolls.
But we're also a little handicapped right now. We just went into a troll den and got our butts handed to us. I don't think Reckla is like itching for another troll encounter just yet.
I like
Are
the
the
trolls being in
footprints-
numbers of one. There's three of us, one of him, but when there's multiple trolls and troll hounds and that kind of thing, that's where I get beat up.
Jamie, does Sydney have a feeling about the tracks that lead off, the humanoid ones?
You think they're not heading, or at least not, unless you want to follow them further. They're initially
Okay.
headed in a different direction.
Okay.
North.
Yeah.
The trolls more like headed towards Windridge.
I think Windridge, we wanted to see what was going on there. Technically, that's a city under your divines, boss.
It is. You haven't visited, kissed babies, and shook hands in Windridge yet, that's for sure.
Yeah.
If there's any left.
Yeah, you've got three obvious choices, and I'm sure there are other things you could conceive, but
I think Reckla would be willing to forego trying to find the other people to continue on to Windridge. He doesn't want to fight a troll, basically.
so your number two is Windridge. Yeah, I got you. So what's everyone else's number two, I guess, is the other way to break it.
That would be my number two, just to continue on to Windridge.
Okay.
That sounds good. I think we follow the troll tracks, but if they start to diverge, so we're not going to be going to Windridge, then
Across an injured troll.
All right, so you guys will continue then more southernly.
so the way this always works out in this game is the person who doesn't want to do it, that's Reckla, is the one who dies.
That's
That's been
some
noted,
bad
yeah.
mojo to put on me.
I think the dice, that's what the dice do. You're right. I think the dice just, they know that. They know who doesn't want to be there. It's like how cats are drawn to people that don't want anything to do with them too, you know? So, yeah, so you guys will continue on, and eventually, yeah, you'll notice that the tracks, and you can see them pretty easily, and you can see the loss of blood start to dry up a little bit, and like you thought, he's probably at least patched up to where he's not bleeding out anymore, but he took a significant wound, and those tracks continue, though, more southwest, and you guys want to stay on your southern bearing, so you'll continue down past that and then into the evening hours. You feel like you're gonna get pretty close to Windridge. I think maybe the question is, do you want to roll in there in the middle of the night, or do you want to camp outside and try to arrive there the following day?
I would vote pushing on, but
It's reachable in that span.
If I knew it was a town, I would say we'd push on, but we could go in there and there could
I'm
be
assuming it's already fallen to the enemy.
Troll Central.
I think we got to prepare for the worst. Let's push on until we can at least get some kind of answer to that question.
Okay.
Yeah,
All right.
maybe
Push on,
we
but
stay
not
out
into
if
town
it's
until we
troll
observe it
infested.
from the
That makes
outside.
sense. That's how they
Yeah.
sport.
All right, so we'll have you push into dark a little bit here before you finally reach a point where, and again, you're moving through grasslands. You're not on any established roads, so you've been forging your own paths and finding your own way, but eventually you come to a hill where you look down and you see a roadway, and it appears to be connected to Windridge in the distance. From what you can see from this distance, it is a humble village, moderate sized village, but you do see that there's a small tower, like a watchtower, on the northern edge of the village, which is the direction in which you're coming in towards it. So that would be the first thing that would catch your attention, is that tower.
That's a good sign that things are under control.
But it's not a
Yeah.
walled city. It does not have any real defense like that. And so I think as you come closer to the city, it starts to become obvious how difficult it would be for them to fight off any type of recurring attacks, which I think once you get closer, the city is in somewhat better condition maybe than what you might have imagined, but I'll let you be the judge of that. As you roll in, you do get closer to that northern gate and a doorway. There's a door at the bottom of the tower that would open not long before you get within 50 feet of the tower, and out from it would step what would be a pretty average looking human fighter who is carrying a halberd, and he looks like he's in charge of something. He might be a guard potentially, but he does step out towards that roadway as you're walking towards it. I guess you guys are all at this point just walking together up the roadway towards him, and he will hail you from afar, maybe from that 20 feet or so, and say, "Good evening, travelers. Who do we have the pleasure of visiting our meager town?"
Ah, good evening. We are happy to see you. We are. Didn't we have a name for our group?
Do we have a name?
I thought we were trying a couple of names out. My name is Reckla, and we have come to assess the dire situation here and hope that we might speak to those in charge of the defense of this town, village.
Thing. Yeah. How about go ahead and roll a diplomacy check here on that. Sounds good. Do you have any evidence of your origin?
We have a charter from the Lady Jamundi herself.
I think name dropping in this particular situation would get a little bit of a bonus as well, to where you would get a much more favorable body language and demeanor from the guard immediately. As you mentioned Lady Jamandi, it starts to put him at a little more ease that you might be legitimate. So he says, "Please come. There's not much to show, if I must say, and as far as leadership is concerned, it's a thankless job, and one that has been a crown that has been passed on. So he'll
Hot potato?
yeah, definitely a falling knife kind of situation with the leadership, but he will invite you in so you guys can come into town. And in the northern district here where he is at, he will invite you into that first level with him. And when you come into that first level, you can see that there's this makeshift war room area, and it looks a lot like your map of Valeriana, frankly, that's laid out on a table. You can see that crudely they have positioned some big, ugly looking trolls over to the northwest of your current position. He says, "Make yourselves at home," as you're scanning their little makeshift war room. "I wish I had more to offer you, but there are some supplies," and he's referring to some food. You can kind of see like there's some fruits and vegetables and breads laying out in the corner
Right.
little pantry area. And from what you're seeing right now, you're starting to guess that there's not a whole lot of people on the crew, and you don't see anyone else so far. So take that for what you will. But he maybe might see you looking at the map a little bit, and
I think I might offer some intel on what we've seen, and I might ask to transcribe from his map
yeah,
things that he knows, so we can do a
do
little
that.
info swap.
Yes, I'll move us back to the map and we'll do that. We can get a few things noted on yours. And you can decide to share anything you do or don't want to share, but
Right.
their stuff's pretty obvious, so you can start to copy this down. I'm going to put a few new icons on your map, and I'll make this one up here. You guys moved down, so you're actually in Windridge now. All right.
Certainly make sure he's aware of where that troll den is so that they're
Yeah.
not stumbling into that.
The den that you did, I think you will notice on his map that they have a little crudely drawn label next to the troll on their map, and it says Hargolka.
Hmm.
So that's like the big thing I think that gets your attention and starts to maybe feel like it's potentially where that troll was headed that you saw, because it fits
Okay.
that range. But let's see, outside of this, yeah, he's got a couple other little towns on here that you're going to be able to add to your list of known locations here. So I'm just going to put like some circles out here for them.
I'll let them know that we've been developing these trading roads and that we're currently working on a road to Windridge, and we're hoping to repel the incursion of trolls to the region.
Nice. He will definitely seem very interested in the fact that you fought a troll. If you mention anything about your troll encounters in the troll den that you
Yeah.
were in, he would be almost rattling off some names as if he knows some trolls by name.
Okay, interesting.
Let's find out, how's the trolls' names?
We have named them.
Hmm.
The names
We have,
you came up with.
I know not of their true name, but some we know are. And for
I
instance,
see.
their Hargolka is their master.
Hmm.
Hmm.
And Hargolka is, we have named it this, but it was once a dwarven outpost on the edge of the forest that
Wow.
has long since been inhabited by the trolls, and it is their stronghold. It is
Let's
Hmm.
go
the
fuck it up. Let's go do
center
it.
of their operation as far as we know it. So we have been able to contain the troll damage to some extent. Most of it has been done some time ago, and that damage has caused us to lose many of our citizens, many who now populate Stag Fall, and we have not had the forces to fight back with Hargolka until you have come. We have not seen anyone that is capable of fighting Troll.
What is Garnhold?
It's you know what Garnhold is? Garnhold is a typo for Varnhold. Varnhold is a town that is where the rot has been
Hmm.
reported. And so the Varnhold is dealing with a infestation from the rot of Lamashtu, and this would be the cult of Daravan, the one that
Hmm.
you all quickly spoke with at the top of the tower with the Chimera. He was the one giving orders,
Hmm.
uh,
Hmm.
if you remember. And so he has created a rot, and Varnhold is the most known place to have been affected by it. Other places are starting to see it spread a little bit, but Varnhold is definitely the place where that needs to be solved at least, or contained, or it'll start to spread in the whole region. So anytime like someone says they're from Varnhold, like everyone takes caution to be around them because it's not really known how the rot spreads and what the origin of the rot is, but
Right.
other than Daravan and the cult. Let's see, the other town over here is called, it's like Green something, Green Geld. But there's known to be some goblins in Green Geld. This one, yeah, that's it.
Civilized goblins?
Wild goblins.
Are there any other guys?
Non-friendly. Let's just call them that. Yeah. If there ever was a kind. So those are things that you would be able to transcribe. I think you would have noticed that like they wouldn't have anything like you do, and we could probably still add other places to your map. I know because like I don't even have really the tower on here and stuff.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give you an update on that actually. So that was the other thing that the guard is gonna mention. He's gonna say that you're the first that we've seen since they drove off the road crews. And so
Yeah.
like that your update is that somewhere along the way here the encounter took out your road crew. So it's a ways east of here before you could pick up the roadway.
Gotcha.
But it's at least maybe let's call it 60%, 70% completed.
Mm.
So put it just like that for now. So that's the other thing that you learn from seeing their map as well. They have this circled area that's just marked as a danger zone, like an unpassable area,
Huh?
because the concentration of trolls in that area is so dense that even trying to stealth your way through it is just unfortunately you're just going to run into them.
Yeah.
So they don't traverse it or recommend traversing it at all. So they've marked it, and then you see that they've shown that they've established like a route around it that's somewhat of a safe passage. And so this is another thing that you guys record on yours. I'll put the roadway. It's not really a road, it's definitely more of a trail, let's call it, because it's got to be a little
Okay.
bit stealthy. Oh, I don't know why it's doing
Hmm.
that. Any other questions that you have for the guard or anything? Well,
Is, is there any regularity to the trolls raiding Windridge? It's like they expect them once a week, or they haven't seen them for a long time, or I'm just wondering if we should expect a troll to come around, or what does he think?
the attacks are random. It's the frequency of the attacks has changed recently. It seemed like you could set your watch for a while to them, but recently we've seen fewer of them here, and so it's been several days since we've had any sighting. However, we at least get attacked once a week by something, it seems.
Something,
So
anything.
so we're due.
Well, do you guys want to hang out here until they get their next call?
What's upstairs?
Is
So
this like
there's a lookout here, so you can go all the way to the top of the tower and get a 360 view of Windridge, that's sort of equivalent to seeing everything in the town that you're able to see on the map. And then
Hmm.
into the roadway that you were coming from, you can tell from up there that there's really good visibility to where he would have known that you guys were coming down that roadway pretty easily, but there's a lot of other directions that it seems like you could approach and not be seen. So it doesn't feel like the safest place to guard. So I think you would feel for him. But at that point, like if you guys do get up to the top, there is another guard up there, and you'll see that there's two guys in this entire building, both dressed as what you would consider just militiamen, farmers turned fighters turned guards, that kind of thing. If you're waiting for someone that's in charge, they'll tell you that she'll be back, and they're going to mention that she will be back several times, and she's usually back in the middle of the evening. She has not yet
Okay.
returned. That kind of thing is like what you're being told by these two guards. But yeah, you're able to make yourselves comfortable in here. And again, is there anything else map related that we need to label or anything? Okay.
we got in late, so I'm
Sure.
ready to bed down.
Yeah, actually, we'll do a camping activity, and he'll use their food to make a special meal.
So yeah, these guys you'll see. I think again, it would be like at first they wouldn't really. It's just so unusual to have visitors, especially like you guys, who they're starting to figure out are connected to the kingdom, right? You're
Mm-hmm.
connected to the kingdom, and I don't know if you display any type of your logos or anything like that, but that would probably go a long way, like to making you look even more official and everything.
Yeah, we have an official banner, but I don't know that we have like official heraldry yet.
I don't think you're like decorated or anything like that would
Yeah,
make it look like real official, but yeah, like you're getting close to that point. You could on future trips you could come looking very official. But yeah, I think for the most part again, it's obvious that you've all dealt with some stuff as well recently and your troll stories check out and you're welcomed in. And unfortunately, I think it's like you realize it's your problem because it's in your territory and Windridge is not in a great position for you to do a lot to help it in the short term. It would be some long-term things you'd have to do to really protect it. But
right.
anyway, anything else you guys wanted to do while you're waiting for the return of their leader?
For a camping activity, I'm going to organize the watch, but that may not be necessary if she gets there before watch time.
And do you want to roll, Scott, for your meal or
Yeah.
your activity?
Hey, and Jamie, not that I think it's highly relevant, but just in case it is, Sydney is wearing the Ugathoan studded leather. I have some
Oh,
of the cultish on me. I'm not fully decked out. I
yeah,
could get
yeah.
decked out. Like I've got robes, holy symbols, the whole pile.
Yeah, I think
But
you're the most suspicious looking of the three. The other two give you a little bit of that
but
would be a little
I
bit
am
yeah,
expressly wearing that. That is visible.
yeah. But otherwise everything you guys have a probably a like a mishmash of different
Look,
makers of things that you're wearing.
yeah,
All right.
Yeah, and I remember that Fenwarden still hauled around the bow, Stag Lord's bow, and some that was recognized at some parts of the land.
that's true.
I'm ready to turn in for the night.
All right. So do you guys plan to I mean, you don't have to keep watch here unless you so choose to have a duplicate watch, but that's up to you.
Sydney's gonna take advantage. She's gonna sleep the night through.
All right. So anyone doing anything differently than that?
No.
Okay. One moment while I
Enjoy the tasty meal of Stargazer, blueberries, oats, and honey.
All right. So I'll bring us to you guys would feel really comfortable there, pretty safe. You'll hear the footsteps occasionally above you and going up and down the staircase, but other than that, it's very quiet, almost eerily still, considering what it's been through. But eventually the morning comes, and you all awaken feeling refreshed, revived, restored, and you are greeted with one of the guards who you'd met the prior evening actually sets a small basket in your sleeping quarters, and the basket has like some bread in it that's like warm bread. And so you hear some people talking downstairs by the fire, and you definitely get the sense that there's more people here now than there were last night. So you head down and that there's 8 people now present, including the 2 guards that you saw the prior evening. There's now the new 6, and they're led by Captain Ura, and she is the one who is sitting at the map, and she's pointing out to them right on the map a certain thing. And so you guys kind of walk in on this briefing or this conversation, and it sounds like they had returned from a scouting mission to Hargolka, and that she found a passageway that leads into the fortress that the dwarves had made that was passed along to her, and they've been looking for it for some time, and she believes that she knows where it is, and that's what you walk in upon and pick up on. As you do, she takes note of your arrival and introduces herself to you and says, I am Elira Dane, and I am responsible for this ragtag group. Welcome to Windridge, she says with a grin, and did you get some food?
Indeed, we did.
Good.
Thank you for your hospitality, and we'll introduce ourselves, our names.
It's a pleasure to have you. We are esteemed to have you, in fact, and your knowledge has already spread. I've heard a little bit of your tale and what you've seen on your way here to Windridge from the north. My crew has returned. We returned from a 3-day trip to scout Hargolka, and we did observe several things, including a wounded troll that we observed making its way to Hargolka. And I think you guys mentioned the battle, right? The battle scene that you saw. So she's already connected the dots, is what she's saying. And she's confirming with you that they've found an entrance that they were told about to the south of Hargolka that is a small stone covered plate. And when you slide the plate like a slab out of the way, there's an entrance that would be humanoid sized and not troll sized. And so
Nice.
that's got her and her group a little bit excited that they found that. Sounds like something they've been looking for, and they believe that's the entrance to it.
What is your intention? Why were you looking for an entrance? What's your plan?
We are seeking to find a weakness in their defense, and we would want someone to scout out the inside and find a way to eradicate the trolls without the need of an army, which we don't have, frankly, and we will never have. So it's more
I,
about scouting than infiltrating. So they don't look too formidable to you. I think you guys could probably size each other up a little bit, and I think you would get the sense that they're not that well experienced.
Very
That
ragtag.
yes. And even that she would be maybe a peer of yours, it's a lot to ask that she could like survive going in and out of this place by herself for sure, just as you would feel. She seems like a capable warrior, more so than the other farmers that she's recruited. But they don't know
so you
better,
said there
right?
were,
That they're just, this is what's left of the population in their town. There's a couple other pockets of people here that they'll talk about, that there's a couple of crafters here. If you need something, like they can potentially find someone to help craft for you, but there's not like a huge population other than that. It's not like it's well supplied here.
Yeah.
And also, I meant to say that Vitali was the one that sent her the go-ahead to scout Hargolka, and that Vitali, because he was building the road to Windridge, was in communication with the leadership here. So she knows who Vitali is, and like that checks out to you that he's the one that would have told her, like, yes, if you can find a way, but don't risk your lives. And maybe they took a little more risk than what you would have advised, but it at least was fruitful. So what do you all think?
and you said that there were 8 people in the room. There's the 2 guards, and there's Elira, and then the other one's just the farmer guys, the low-level
Yeah,
people.
4 of the other 6 look pretty similar to the guards in terms of being farmer fighter types. The other 2, one of them is robed and looks more like a priest than a fighter. And then the last one is a rogue looking type, like a scout. And so they've got a little bit of a mix, but they're definitely more fighter heavy than anything in terms of skill set.
Okay.
Oh, and I think the other thing that she'll say at a certain point, she'll pause and say, I must apologize. The troubles of Wind Ridge are not any greater than those of Varnhold or Greengeld. And I would not ask that we risk our leadership and the visionaries of our kingdom to invade Argolka without thinking it through. So she will like pause and acknowledge that she knows she's probably not on the top of your agenda or list of things that you want to do, which is go back into the troll den. So I leave it to you all to decide what you think is the next best move here.
I ask her if she has any spare crossbow bolts. I dropped mine at one point in time, like up here at Oleg's trading post when the Chimera showed up.
We do have some weaponsmiths and crafters here that might be able to help with that for sure. One of the group, and he steps out to go get somebody that they think might be able to help. So they're on it. Looks hopeful. Anything else anyone has as an ask? Any needs of supplies or services?
I wonder if they can craft for Fenwarden a small pitch torch or something like that he could affix to his bow so he can light arrows as he fires them.
That's cool. Yeah, you know what? It's almost like you could just take that wand. If you had that wand just sitting on your bow, you're right. You could just have produce flame all the time. Like you pull the arrow back to the where the wand is and it lights. But yeah, that would be a really cool combination of
That's an
two magic.
interesting.
But yeah, I think like otherwise, maybe they can do something where they have a
You could make,
flint and
yeah,
steel.
flint and steel. Yeah.
Yeah, and they have it right there.
He still have to initially light it, but as long as he got, basically just needs a little flame on his bow so that he can light up his flaming arrow.
I'm thinking is there's like a so there's a little maybe a candle there and a little flint and steel and it like it is a similar mechanism but obviously a little bit more
Maybe like a little oil
manual.
lamp that you could attach.
That's a good
There you
idea.
go, just a
That's a
little
good
oil
idea.
lamp. Yep.
Yeah,
So,
so that
yeah.
might be a little bit above. The range I'm giving you is what their capability here is definitely more of the candle variety, but I like the long-term idea of building something like that would be like oil based. That would be a really cool like thing that
Yeah.
like you could like commission even to be made something
Mhm.
neat. So anyway, yeah, you can definitely make that whole process easier for yourself by getting a few items here. And at this point, like if you guys are just interested in getting a few supplies and repairs done, they will walk you around town to show you a few of the remaining folks and places where people feel safe enough to remain. Where is it?
So I am going to try and keep detect magic up as I'm getting walked around town just to see if something pings. But I'm just gonna get 2 quivers of 10, so 20 total bolts out of wherever and whenever as soon as I run across it.
Okay. All right. Yeah, so that's where they will do a little bit of escorting. I've got the three of you here. And one of the crew, the militia crew, Garrick, is been assigned as your tour guide, if you will, and he brings you out into Windridge that day. The first is a person named Bren, and Bren is the one that can actually do any of the weapon-related repairs or sell you ammunition. So anyone who has anything here, we're just using pretty standard inventory and pricing. So if there's anything that's uncommon that you're looking for, let me know. But otherwise, if you're just looking for ammunition or things like that.
Yeah. I just grabbed two quivers of crossbow bolts and tossed 2 silver on the counter.
Okay, got it. Yeah.
That works.
Actually, I need to get, if he can sell me any flammable arrows. I've got some, but I'm thinking with all the trolls, I might need some more.
Reckla wants to gather supplies to create some alchemical things.
Okay, he'll bring you to a different place to get some of that type of supply. But yeah, he'll leave these two here to do their business, and if you're wanting to do that, he's gonna bring you over here to this woman named Tavia. The house that she was in is absolutely demolished. It's like
Right.
a lean-to over a shop. So it's really pretty crude, but they do have some supplies, so you are able to purchase from Tavia. Let's see, there we go, on your layer now. And she would take note of you. I think, roll a perception check. All right, yeah, so she doesn't say much to you, but she acts a little awkwardly while you're there, and maybe that's just her, but you get what you need from Tavia.
Great.
All right.
Okay, so I guess I found the official name. It's an incendiary arrow. Does he have those?
Yeah, that
They're
wouldn't
not
be.
cheap. But
It's just going to be a limited amount.
they're sold in bundles of 20.
Okay, so these are. He's got 10 arrows for 12 gold.
Oh, wow. Twice the price. I'll take them. 10 gold.
They gotta take what you can get these days. So he hands over his final incendiaries to you.
I'll throw in a silver piece as a tip and ask him if he had any other interesting arrow type weapons or anything that might be useful against the trolls that we're all worried about.
Oil is not necessarily something he would have a lot of. I recommend those smoke sticks Tavia sells. She sells them by the bundle.
Okay.
You can distract and confuse those big idiots with some of those. And so if you do want to pick up a smoke stick bundle, that would be something maybe Reckla that Tavia would offer to you while you're there.
Yeah, I'll take some of those. Each of you add 2 Alchemist's Fire to your inventory. I'll paste the description.
Good. Is that how that works?
It's like a bomb.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's not thrown.
Okay. What about the range on that?
Whatever your throw range is.
Okay.
It's typically like 10 foot.
Your smoke sticks are in your item list.
Nice.
Those were 6 gold, by the way, for 3 of them.
Gotcha.
20-foot cloud of smoke for 1 round.
Okay.
Could have used that on the Chimera.
I think the other thing he says, trolls hate nets.
Net.
And he's just like shaking his head, like he knows these little warfare things that they've used before that work.
Just looking around the shop. Trolls
You know,
hate wheelbarrows.
Candles. They hate all these fruity smelling
They hate
candles.
You can give it to him when he's back. Okay, and that was 9 gold?
Yeah, 9 gold.
Okay.
All right. Anything else you guys are interested in doing as you're seeing a little bit of the town and meeting a few of the survivors? I think it wouldn't be lost on you that this place could probably have a ton more people at some point, and now it's just an absolute ghost town for the most part.
I'm going to intentionally get within 30 foot of every single person just to see if they ping for having a magic item on them.
The only thing that you would have popped for you today, now, you didn't go to Tavia's.
To get one of the smoke sticks.
Okay, yeah, if you go to Tavia's, you can tell that she has a few potions there for sale, and she has a necklace that looks magical as well.
I would use my quick identification to hang out for a minute. Yep. I only take 1 minute to use identify magic to determine the properties of an item.
So
I'm just gonna zone in on that for a minute while Reckla's handling his business.
So this looks like it is a necklace of prayer beads. And it might not be up your alley, but it definitely does ping as being a magical item. She had only 3 potions, so not a lot, but let's see if I'm looking to see if she's... So one looks like it's iron bark, potion of iron bark. Thick colored liquid that tastes of... What is this? Oh, it's bark skin. That's 20 gold for that one. The other one she has is a frostbite draft, which is 18 gold. That one adds cold damage to your weapon strikes. And then the last thing she has is a potion of ember eyes, which gives low light vision or dark vision to someone that has neither.
Sydney actually is going to be a little interested in that necklace and is it obviously for sale? Is it laid out, or is it something that she's wearing?
Yeah, no, it's like a part of her little makeshift stand.
I'll ask her.
It was only, what was it?
Is it silly expensive?
It's expensive. It's 140 gold.
Wow.
Okay, the iron bark potion is 20 gold.
So,
Yeah, 20 gold, and the effect is that it gives you resistance to slashing weapons. That's like the main bonus that it gives you.
Yeah, I think troll hands are slashing weapons.
Claws for sure.
Troll claws, yeah.
I guess the bite would be pierce, but yeah, for sure the claw attacks. All right. It's funny. So do you guys let on that you're like going, I guess in a weird way you did let on that you're like trying to fight trolls because you asked him if there was anything good to fight trolls, and I think that one of the reactions you might get from him is that this is Bren, and he would say, if you just wait long enough, they'll come to you. And so
Yeah.
you can tell that they know that they're gonna come back, and they feel like they might think it's funny that you're
They think
gonna
it's
go find them, but
yeah, they think we're charging off after the waves of the ocean, basically.
so you guys get a few things for your supplies, looks like. Anything else anyone's wanting to do in town before you maybe return to the militia post? There's a few other citizens randomly kind of walking around. You can definitely see people with makeshift homes, and getting water from the well is still working. That's in town. So every once in a while you will see some stragglers coming out of one of the shacks that looks uninhabitable and coming and grabbing something. So there's still a little bit of a group of people here, but if you rounded them all together, you would say it's probably no more than a dozen. So that's the vibe here.
Before we leave Tavia, is there enough party gold to cover that wand?
How much was it?
140.
Oh yeah.
What was the one?
I'm going to suggest that we buy
You're
that.
talking about the
and
necklace. He's talking about the necklace.
Yeah, I can use that instead of the Dependent of the Occult. It gives a free heal per day, and you can cast Bless with it.
That's pretty good.
Hey, Reckla. Hey, boss.
Any of those magical items, throw that way. Yeah, so she will hand that over to you, and as she does, she will tell you that these belong to my friend, and that he was our lone priest, and that he would be pleased to know that this is going to someone that will cause as much harm to the trolls as has been caused to us. And so she seems proud that you're the ones that got it, like that you deserved to be the ones that got it. So yeah, she'll give you that to you, and you've got that now.
You're gonna carry that?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I'm just happy that we didn't leave it behind.
It's a good one.
I don't know what else we're using the gold for, but this one felt like a good party investment.
Yeah, so I guess with that, if you guys are heading back to the militia quarters here, I'll move you all back up there.
And I'm ready to go on to the trolls after that.
You know, you get a lot of well wishes especially from Tavia and Bren, who you bought a lot of supplies from, and some of the other locals who pick up on the fact that you guys are outsiders coming here, I think would be noted.
Flashing gold.
Yeah, you're spending big money here for Windridge, man. You literally are driving all the quarterly profits for this quarter. You guys get back there, and Ilaria, right? So Ilaria? That's right. Elira is like, you come back and like just see that they're like in their regular routine, but you definitely still see that she's looking at the map as you come back and everyone else has dispersed.
Do we want to ask her to go with us?
No, I think she's probably too critical to keeping things running here.
They could at least take us out there to show us where the door is and open the door, help us get the door open, and then we can go from there. That would be Sydney's recommendation, boss. I'll do what you want to do, though. I'll split a tie.
Yeah, I mean, you're like saying the same thing. Like, yeah, I think Reckless saying probably not to have her fight at your shoulder or to enter taking you there is probably wise. Are you guys having this conversation openly, like in the room? Are you like thinking out loud in the room?
Oh, I think we knew.
All knew that we had a duty.
Yeah.
Okay, so.
Yeah. It'd be a shame not to use this alchemist's fire.
Very true. Now that you've done all that preparation.
And I've got a Bernie wand. He's got Bernie arrows.
All right, this might be a perfect spot then for a quick mid-session break, and then we'll come back and you guys can announce your intentions, and we'll take it from there.
Cool.
All right. All right. All right. How we doing? Everybody ready to continue?
If we run into anything, I'm going to need to get Easton back on the board.
Gotcha. Yeah, I'll assume he's at your side at all times, and we'll get him involved in any combat scenarios. He's not forgotten.
Okay.
I don't always remember, but you can, I think, bring his token out at any time too.
I probably could.
If you ever want to, like, you feel free to put him down where he would be and give him
I just
some.
realized my headphones were muted.
Oh,
That'd do it. He was not hearing anything.
Oh, he wasn't hearing us.
Oh, I don't think he still is, man.
All right, so you all have spent the day in Windridge, meeting some of its survivors and remaining citizens, makeshift militia. You are now in the militia tower with Elira, and she is pondering the map as you all come in all freaking geared up with nets and smoke sticks and prayer beads, all these things that you've acquired to combat the trolls, the oil and fire as well. I think that would bring a grin to her face as you all enter the room and she figures out what your intentions are if they weren't clear before you left. Very well, she says. I had hoped that this would be the case. I've sent word to a friend. They will meet us on the way, but we should probably make haste. And with that, unless anyone else has any other business in Windridge, she is going to give a few instructions to her militia, and she is going to step outside with you all and lead the way to the northwest. And she says that we were not so bold as to venture into the Hargolka's territory without good information. And good information has been hard to come by, but there is one friend that we have found, and I shall hope he is where he should be expected. And so she brings you on to first, there's definitely some trails that you can tell lead from Windridge, and even it might be obvious some of the larger trails where the trolls probably travel. But she eventually takes you into some really side trails and small game trails where you're going through brush for a really long time, twisting in and out of a little valley, and eventually to a clearing.
Sydney's gonna try and stunt a little bit by being like super stealthy and keeping up, but being super stealthy.
Flex in the south.
Yep.
Gotcha.
Make some quip about, yeah, you can keep up or something.
And let's see. So what in this little opening is there's like a little side trail, and you get a view of Hargolka. Where is it?
I didn't flex very much at all.
Sorry, I already made this and I cannot find it. I need to organize all my maps on here, but here we go. I think I got it now. All right, and so where she brings you is to a lookout point where you can get a vantage point of this structure. This is the Hargolka structure that they call it, but this had a different dwarven name that they don't use. You haven't really encountered many dwarves, honestly. But so there's like a whole nother layer to this, that the dwarves and their story, but as far as it was abandoned by them long ago, and at some point the trolls began to use it. However, whatever it is that brought them together, these might be some of the things she's sharing with you as she leads you to the lookout point. But she says, we didn't come here for this though. And she says, my friend is here. And she calls out, Grendel. And out comes a somewhat familiar looking face to you guys.
Oh, nice.
So this was a lizard folk that you had all run into long ago on the road between Olig's and Stagfall. And then, so he's someone that you first made contact with there. And so I think you might recognize him, and he would probably recognize you as well. At least Reckla has got to be like one of the most standout people. Cities purposely not stand out, and then Fenwarden
Right.
is an elven ranger, so it's not to say they're a dime a dozen, but he is a ranger also. So it's definitely Reckla is probably the most recognizable of you all. And so Grendel steps out and says, "Lyra, you weren't kidding. You did get some help." And he looks you all up and down and says, "Hello there, friends. It's been a long road traveled since we've crossed paths.
Glad to see it's treated you well.
Enough, better than some of my friends from Wind Ridge. We have been allies of theirs and trading with them for generations, and I fear that we will lose all of that progress with all the damage that has been done and the disruption in this region. Wind Ridge is a shell of itself."
Yes. Perhaps this will be the first step towards improving and recovering.
I'm here to do what I can to help you. I would ask that Elira return to Windridge, and I will take her place with you and enter this hall to do what I can, because I have a particular distaste for these creatures that may rival your own. And so, with that, she will turn back and wish you all luck, and she will head back towards Windridge through her pathways. He'll be looking you up and down a little bit, like you would look different to him. Like in appearance, you're certainly more battle tested, sturdier. I think when you last crossed paths, it's been a while. He would look the same, as if he's continued to get stronger and more accomplished in parallel with you. He will say this way, and again, he'd say that it is tragic that what was once a welcoming place where dwarves extended their arms to the rest of us has now been turned into a troll haven. But we will use what knowledge and lore we have to against them. And so this is where I was told, and he takes you down a side trail, eventually
Mm.
reaching this, and I've got more of you guys now tokenized, but he points out this rock slab and he says, "This is our entry. Trolls are sure not to be able to follow, but I don't know how far it goes before they can follow, and I don't know at this point of what's the next best move other than that stone is our way to get in without them knowing."
Yeah,
Do we have to move the stone?
it's man size, so it shouldn't be terribly heavy. We could probably
Yeah,
just two or three of us grab it and move it.
Yeah.
exceptional strength could move it by themselves, but for most groups, it would take probably 2 to maybe 3 people to move it enough. And then once you get it moved, yeah, you can create a little bit of a gap where you can
Sure.
see the entryway. So that's the plan.
Making sure, because Sydney's now bringing a lot of strength.
I like the idea of being able to retreat through it and not have them follow us.
Yeah, it's a great fallback.
Okay.
I think let's just go in.
I
Okay.
think we already did our preparation. Unless
So-
you need to cast any spells before we go in or something.
Nothing yet. I did my mage armor at the beginning of my daily preparations.
Easton, we should put Easton in now as well.
Mm-hmm.
There we go. I got it. All right, you gotta have him across too.
Yeah, he looks like Garfield.
I know, that's his future self probably when he's retired in Stagfall someday. All right, so I think we've got everybody's on here and everybody is labeled. If you're ready to go, 2 things. If you're trying to be stealthy, roll for that. And then secondly, let's do strength checks across the board for moving the boulder.
Okay.
Oh dear.
Oh dear.
This is just a cumulative strength score that you need, and the gnome delivers the cumulative strength score. You guys needed 28 to move the stone collectively.
More
So,
than a Reckla do it.
Reckless.
all right, you're able to move this thing, and as you do, you feel the air coming up pretty steadily from down beneath, and it appears that there are some handholds that you can climb down, and that this is a small chute that leads down that you would have to climb for about 30 feet to get to ground. These will be athletics checks to traverse and climb this. Let's just do 2 each. So if everyone can do 2 athletics checks, that should cover the whole thing. And
You
that
said
would,
it's to climb down.
unless you got another way
And
you want to go down there.
yeah, can Sydney just kind of slide down, bounce down the rock face, if you will, like nimbly?
Yeah, if you want to still have to, you
Like
still have
just
to, sure. All right, so these are.
Fenwarden's got a 27 and a 20.
Yeah, Reckla, you're having a tougher time with the grabbing of the handholds for whatever reason. They don't seem to be spaced out enough for your grasp. So you're having a tough time going forward, and eventually you get to a point where you slip and you start to slide down this edge. So you can roll here. This will be a acrobatics check to try to grab another handhold on your way down and not take the fall damage. Okay. So you actually do get a hold of something and you don't hit the ground with force, but you fast forwarded your that.
I
So
meant to do that.
yeah, the gnome slides by and then catches and I'm good. And so the rest of you, I think, made your way for the most part down this without significant challenge and are able to get your feet on a small opening. You're all standing in now a narrow opening. Let me copy this before I change maps.
We have to scrape Sydney off the pavement.
Oh, so you had made it down to the second part
yeah.
where you wouldn't have taken as much fall damage or anything here. But the 12, let's see.
Oh, you hero pointed it?
Yes, I used my hero point to get off the natural one. I'll take
That's
the reroll for the 2.
okay. Yeah, I think though you're gonna take 2 damage just from
Okay.
the shortfall. But yeah, otherwise everybody's down on this level.
Made her fall quick.
Yeah.
So.
Hey guys, that's this little incident has reminded me that I've got also another alchemical thing for everybody. So each one of you can have one of these Cheetah's elixir as well.
Oh.
Is there any way for him to leap down to land?
He could try what Sydney did
Yeah.
along the walls.
And honestly, I don't know that you could give fall damage to a cat for that this distance. It's 30 feet. I don't know that I really don't know the rule on that. We'd have to look that up. What's the fall
He's large size,
damage on
right?
a cat? But it's a cat.
His feet at any rate.
To its size. It probably wouldn't just choose
Oh
to
dang.
jump straight down either. Where is the... Okay. Yeah, he'll take... It's not going to be much, but let's see.
He'll tumble a bit there.
2 points. He's twisted a paw there, but...
Okay.
All right.
Cheetah's elixir. Okay.
It actually has a benefit or a drawback.
I'm still looking for the map here. Sorry, 1 second. Doesn't seem like there's... I don't know how I misplaced the map. It's just here. Sorry, 1 second, guys. You guys are like doing storylines in 3 different chapters right now. And so it's got me confused for a second here. Just which one is this? Is that the same? I see the map. Just trying to get you guys on it. I'll just try their search feature, see if this is... Aha! 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 Okay. Alright. I found it. And I need to make sure I'm bringing... I made it so that you guys can all control Grendel.
Okay.
Just be aware you're able to move his token. Alright. You guys find yourselves on this passageway that leads to the south, and you don't really hear much, but you feel some wind, like I said, like some real light wind kind of coming through this, and it's cool, a lot cooler in here, even though it's cold outside, and it's maybe the same temperature in here as it was outside. So what's your formation?
Sydney will lead the way in a stealthy manner.
I'm going to put Fenwarden in the back. A little more gap for the bow.
I can
Yeah.
make like that distance easily in 2 actions while stealthing. So I will make my way to that spot.
All right. So go ahead and roll perception checks and stealth. Yeah. Okay.
Quiet as a mouse.
Wow. Yeah, Reckless definitely making their way through here without much problem. However, you hear some like faint garbling sound that for whatever reason you're able to pick up on, and the closer you get, the more steps you're taking along this route, the more you think it's coming from ahead of you further down this corridor, and that it might be a voice or something, but it's real muffled. That's got your attention a little bit, but otherwise you guys are making your way through here, pretty well unseen at the moment. Unheard, unseen.
Yeah, Fenwarden, of course, will notify everybody else. Here's something ahead. And we're all stealthing, right? To the best of our abilities.
Okay. All right. So you come up to what now you can tell is turned from a natural cave-like surface, and it's now turned into what you can see on the wall is like a smooth wall and an actual brick structure that starts to become visible. So it's like the foundation. It's as if you're at the foundation of the structure you saw earlier. So as you come up to this corner, you do see that there appears to be a like a false wall here. Where
Hmm.
is this? Hold on a second. It's
Well, Sydney with her 11 was not the one that spotted it.
yeah, no, let me move you guys to where I'm talking about
Oh, okay.
this, but I'm just pushing you around this edge. And remind me if I forget any of your tokens. Now that this kind of false wall, that's what your check was for, is it exposes the fact that there's something kind of a secret door here. And so the sound, Fenwarden, you can hear that you could hear before, sounds like it is coming from the other side of this.
Are the doors human-sized?
They're actually smaller than human.
If I listen, can I hear if it's more than one voice, or is there actually communication happening?
Yeah, so if you press your ear against the door, you can listen to the sound pretty well.
Yeah, sure. I
Okay,
will.
so I guess do a perception check.
Oh,
Yeah, so no, you're not exactly sure where it is. That hum you were hearing maybe stops even, so you don't even hear the voice anymore.
we open the door?
You can, or we can. Yeah.
Give it a go.
Who's going to our door here?
Sydney will take that responsibility, even though she's not particularly good at it. She will attempt to see if the door is trapped or anything like that, and assuming that it's not, attempt to open it or unlock it.
Okay, all right. Go ahead and let's make a roll here for this
It's
attempt.
thievery.
Yeah, thievery. Okay. And are you trying to be stealthy as you do this? Is that a roll you want to
Yes,
make too? Okay.
definitely. The answer to any question of if
I know.
Sydney is
I
trying
know.
to do it.
And I'm just gonna plant the seeds. But is
Yep.
anyone else doing anything differently as he's lining this up? Oh, actually, I wanted to have everybody else roll their perception checks. Go ahead and everyone can roll a perception check now.
Fenwarden will have an arrow at the ready when he opens the door, just in case there's an opportunity to
So,
actually fire through there.
so Reckla, you hear the voice as well,
Okay.
and the recent motion gives you the sense that, like, you didn't hear the voice before you guys got this close. So you're not sure if it heard you and you heard it hearing you or what, but it's just recently got your attention and you've heard the voice for the first time. So whenever he was walking up there and listening to the door and everything and trying to open the door or check the door, you started to hear the voice as well. Does anybody or who's opening the door?
Sydney.
Okay.
Sydney's opening it, and Fenwarden is covering him with an arrow knocked
How do I remove the door?
Reckla will have his wand of magic missiles at the ready.
Yeah, you get to this door, Sydney. It's certainly more dwarven size than size for you. You don't have to do a lot of crouching to get through the door once it's open.
Anything in dwarvish on it?
Does it say anything on the door in dwarvish? No.
Just unlock it here.
No, but the size makes you feel like it was definitely crafted by them, and the sturdiness of it as well. So you're able to get this thing moved, and I'm gonna try to pop open the door without
Here's the
leaving.
thing, guys.
Is it this one? Okay. All right, so the door opens, revealing what looks like a little room where there were potentially something in there, but the reason I say that is because you see a door on the other side. As the door opens, you see a door close. This one right here, and like almost as in sync as when your door cracked open and you guys opened through this, you see this door close, the southern one. But the room itself, oh, sorry, go ahead.
Full disclosure, I can see through this wall right now.
Oh, I see that.
Also can.
I wonder if it's because, I don't know, this is their map.
See through this one too.
Should get it too.
Oh, that helped.
I just realized I didn't go all the way with that light.
I'm gonna continue through the door with the knowledge that this. There you go. You got it. With the knowledge that this is the danger spot. So I'm going to try and go to that door right here and check this door.
This room, by the way, is where you start to get more of the symbols that lead you to believe it was Dwarven inhabited and Dwarven crafted. That some of the walls look like they've been like chipped away at, where there were some Dwarven symbols, and as if they've been defaced in this room. But those were more on the side with the double doors, where you see some of that. But the doorway to the north doesn't have any markings or anything noticeable. So, what were you wanting to do?
I'm gonna check this door nearest to me if it's locked or unlocked,
All right.
trapped.
Okay, let's see.
But I'm gonna try and keep my attention across the way, like to check it more than open it.
While she's doing that, maybe we'll look and investigate those doors to see if there's a way we could bar it from this side.
Which door is that? Oh, the one that
We saw.
But I'm gonna check this door real quick to see if it's locked or unlocked, or if we've got multiple modes of egress.
That door on the north does seem like it is locked.
I'm gonna let both Fenwarden and Reckla know it's locked the door. This one's shut, and I'll continue to this door here.
Fenwarden's got a bit of thievery skills.
I was just checking doors to see if we're gonna get ambushed from multiple points.
Yeah.
Not trying to open the doors.
Yeah, honestly, the locked one is a good thing for us right now.
So go ahead and do perception checks here. I need 18 or better from somebody to give you some more info potentially, or 30.
There you go.
Okay, so Reckla, you distinctly hear two voices on the other side of the southern door. They're pretty gnarly voices. They sound pretty guttural. One of them would certainly sound troll-like.
Yeah.
The other voice, though, does not. The other voice sounds like a little bit different timbre of
Maybe speaking the
voice.
same language, but it's a different creature, so to speak.
They're speaking maybe in, I don't know, undercommon
Where
or
is-
whatever, but
Which door?
the
Yeah, I
southern
think
door.
we'll silently signal.
Wait, let's see. Does anyone speak Goblin?
I don't think so.
It might sound like Goblin. So if you did speak Goblin, it might sound a little bit like Goblin. Whereas like
I
the
don't know.
troll
I'm
the
gonna check this
troll language
door.
was very different. The Jutan or whatever that they speak is very different.
Jotun?
Gotcha.
Jotun,
Yo,
that's it, yeah.
Oh, shit, I didn't know that.
Does he?
He
Oh yeah,
does.
yeah. Jotun is so you would understand part of the conversation. You would understand a little bit of that there's definitely that troll voice. Like that would confirm that there's that troll voice because it would have that same inflection and be using probably some of those same words interspersed. So that actually fits your role of being a 30. Like to the point that I'll say this. They're talking about something that they've detected. It is reporting something it's detected to the troll. The breadth of the conversation you can pick up.
Gotcha.
I'm gonna check this door real quick just to see if it's locked or unlocked.
Let's see. So that feels locked. Yeah.
Okay. And I'm gonna point to both those doors and be like, they're both locked, and like point at that southern door to get everyone focused on that one. And Sydney is going to pull out the wand of Nash, and I'm gonna be ready. Actually, no, I'm gonna get my crossbow back out again. I'm gonna get my crossbow back out, and I'm gonna notch an arrow and get ready to blast somebody.
So Reckla, you pick up on the fact that the troll is telling the other creature to show me. And the noise gets closer, and so you anticipate that this thing's coming through the door. So I'm gonna go ahead and pop the turn order in here. And everybody can.
Can we say then that I could get that action off?
Yeah, that's why I wanted to give you a chance if there's anything you wanted to prepare for anybody.
I'm gonna notch that crossbow, get ready to blast him as he comes through the door with the crossbow.
Perfect. All right.
Everybody gets 3 temporary hit points.
Cool.
Yeah. So you can adjust your initiatives after you each do yours. I'm gonna put I think Grendel. I'll roll for him. I don't know if his sheet's accessible for you guys, so that's fine.
Oh.
Let's see.
Okay, got it.
You know, we're almost done.
Are we good to go till 12:30?
Yeah, I'm good with that.
Are you good with that, Joe?
Fine.
Okay.
Yep.
All right.
Let's see. Let's add an initiative roll here. 30.
Oh, okay. Sydney's got that one. Okay. And then Grendel, do you have to roll for Easton, or does Easton just automatically go after you? How does that normally?
We've been just having him go after me.
Do you figure you have to give him a command no matter what?
So he can never go before you, I would say. Yeah. All right, so I got Grendel mapped, hopefully. All right. And character sheet. Uh-oh, roll 20's getting. Here we go.
A little bogged?
Yeah, I don't like that. I don't normally use this monster sheet for your guys. Okay, so he's in there now. And he would get the 2 as well, right? So he would be 25. All right, I think we got it now. Sorry. So, believe that would mean that Fenwarden's first. So you hear, Warden, that the steps on the other footprints on the other side and movement on the other side of that door are nearing. I think you would have observed that Reckla is in full posture for battle and that everyone else is. And so the door the handle is starting to move and this thing will creak open. So I'll give you first shot. 1 second.
It's beginning to open.
So you can line up whatever you want to line up.
Okay, he'll move to there and ready in action for when the door opens. He's going to fire 2 arrows at whatever he sees.
All right. Okay. Yeah. So the doors fly open, and behind the door, what appears to be a hobgoblin.
Oh, fun. Okay.
And he is carrying a bow of his own. And behind the hobgoblin, more unsettlingly, is a large troll. So they are both walking with purpose in your direction right now through the doorway, but you get the first rip here, so you can go ahead and let it fly.
Okay, he's got 2 shots in the 1 action.
There you go.
That's a big one.
Mm.
This is towards the hobgoblin.
On the hobgoblin, yeah.
Okay.
And that's second shot is
Wow.
does that hit as well?
Yes, indeed.
Very nice.
These are this hobgoblin's 23 to hit.
And his third action, he's going to do he'll do 100 prey on the troll.
22 damage. Okay. 20 or 100 prey on the troll. Okay.
Yep.
Okay. What about Easton? He doesn't get an action this turn, right? Okay.
I didn't tell him to do anything.
All right.
Reckla is going to touch Fenwarden's bow and make it magical. And then with his final action, I guess he'll just send off a single magic missile at the hobgoblin.
Oh, nice. Okay, there we go. Is it +1's that? So 4 damage. Okay.
And that would be the end of his turn.
Nice. Yeah, so like the place is getting lit up now with magic missiles. We've got real action, boys. We've got real action. Yeah, like the roar of the troll at this point would even be because it's confirmed that there's little invader. Like it's on. These guys are coming in here now, and the ambush is on. But Grendel is going to join you. So Grendel has a pretty sharp angle, but he can shoot the hobgoblin from this angle. He has line of sight. So I'll have him take a similar type of action to Fenwarden's and do attacks and hunted prey. He wouldn't be able to see the troll though, so I guess he won't be able to use that. So otherwise, let's see how he hits here. 1 hit, 1 miss on the hobgoblin. He eats another arrow, and he's not looking great. He's not looking great, but that's it for Grendel. So we are back to the hobgoblin, who has caught a couple arrows already in him. He's probably not loving that idea, but he's gonna raise his own weapon in return here, in retaliation. Come on, roll 20. There we go. All right. He's got a crossbow, actually. So he's gonna aim at. Looks like in this case, he's gonna have to make a decision because he can see all of you. So I'm just gonna number you in the order I have you on my screen, which will be, I'm just gonna use your tokens going left, right, top to bottom. Sydney, Reckla, Fenwarden, Grendel, Easton in that order. Actually, Easton won't be a part of this, so it's just gonna be between the 4 of you, and that would be Fenwarden. So this thing is returning its gaze at you, giving you that similar kind of hunter's prey, dead eye look, like it wants your head and no one else's type of moment. And so it does fire at you first. Crossbow bolts and 23.
Not a hit.
Nice. Okay, so it will then need to spend its second action to reload it. I think given this instance, it will go ahead and move backwards instead. And it is going to step backwards for going its third action, but the troll is going to step forward now into the space. So its first action is going to step right like that. And I think Reckla, you are unfortunately the one that it's going to be easiest to strike first and set an example with you. So let's see how that works out. What was the thing that you had for slashing weapons? Who has that?
Fenwarden has
Oh,
it.
okay, yeah. All right. All right, so the troll is going to jaw and claw at you. It is enraged, so we'll do a jaw with its first attack, a claw with its second attack. 27.
That's a hit. Gotta make a savings throw.
Okay. He fails it horribly.
That's a
That's a
critical
crit
failure.
fail. Yeah.
Double the damage,
Double,
persistent bleed.
double persistent bleed. What a perfect target to get a double persistent bleed.
Yeah, all right,
That's
it's gonna be
2d6 is
4d6.
normal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
16 persistent bleed.
That's
Spectacular.
amazing. All
I'm
right.
hoping that was gonna catch him at some point.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. You're in the right spot to deliver the blood vendetta. All right, so you only took 14 from his
Yeah, and
jaw.
because of my mystery,
Okay. And then his claw, second attack.
yeah, that's a hit.
All right, so that is it for the troll, but it is now Sydney's.
In the duration of him coming up, Sydney will unleash her bow, the heavy crossbow, at him as he comes through. Shoot, I'm sorry. I clicked the wrong thing. Yeah, no, I'm hearing the
Hey, I
my
can offer
bad.
you this cross.
Boom. There we go.
That's
And I
good. Nice. Okay,
point out.
that's
A good one.
almost.
And I'm gonna
Almost
try and
there.
hit that cross. Or yeah, never mind. You said he fell back. Okay, and then with the second action, I am going to cast. Back to the original plan.
Okay, so we've got 10.
I'm gonna drop the crossbow, and then I am going to hit him with a lightning bolt right on down that hall.
Oh, sweet, sweet. Okay, so reflex save for
Just
these guys.
straight down the hall.
Straight down the hall. All right, let's see how they do. Reflex for him. Oh, he actually rolled. They actually both saved. How much is that? It was 19 originally?
19
Okay,
halves.
got it. Yeah.
19.
All right, so we've got real fireworks now.
My crossbow is now on the ground.
I think then we got everyone in there. So I think we are at the top of the next turn, which would be Fenwarden.
Close quarters, not the greatest for Fenwarden, not with that weapon anyway. But he will give it a whirl anyway. So first action,
It
he'll
is
fire.
magical still.
Yeah, it was magical before, so he gets part of that bonus. I think he gets a +1, but it already had 2 dice damage, so it nets out to a -1 on this thing because he's at close range, where this weapon's not very good for that. But he does have 100 prey on it, so 15 probably doesn't do it for this guy.
No, unfortunately.
And then his second shot, maybe we'll do better. No, it's even worse. Is that a crit fail?
It is a 14.
Let's see.
That's true.
That's a 14. It's on the troll.
He's going to instruct Fenwarden Easton to, once he can get through that door, to go after the hobgoblin. Let's see what he's got here. Yeah, he'll toss the alchemist fire at the troll.
Okay. I think that's just the base attack roll.
I guess it's a ranged attack.
Yeah, it's a ranged attack. So let's try a standard longbow shot.
I forget what
It's a 1 die 8, but he does have his 100 prey bonus.
I meant to do that.
Yeah, 6/6. Okay. All right. So
Yeah, 12 points, and that's 1 persistent fire damage and 1 fire splash damage.
I think it's 1.
Yeah, it's just one.
Okay, so he gets another point for fire splash damage.
Persistent bleeding and fire.
Yeah.
okay. Got it.
Okay,
Got it.
he's done.
Oh, you've got persistent bleed and fire. This is moving in the right direction. All right.
Reckla doesn't like getting slashed, so what can you do about it? 3 action. He's gonna hit him with what's the void? Interstellar void. No, void warp. So he's got a fortitude save, which I'm sure he'll make.
Yeah.
He's got a +17. That's his big one.
I guess 7 damage. And then final action. I guess I'll just hit him with another magic missile.
Okay, they all count.
Oh, no, end of his turn.
All right, Grendel is firing 2 shots. One of them was crit. So he rolled a 20 and a 9. That 9 does not hit. But the critical does, so let's see. What do we got?
There we go.
Nice.
Arm wound and Dex is halved, so he's got +2 to AC. otherwise. Okay. He takes another shot from another arrow, couple arrows here, and he's starting to look like
This
he's
is
feeling it.
this is what you get for bursting into a room with a hot head.
Don't come in there with a temper. All right, so let's see, I'm at my hobgoblin friend. What is he gonna do here? I think he is going to notify the authorities. And yeah, all right, so he's up or down out of the picture here, but the troll is now going to go, and he is not loving this. He's gonna go ahead and step forward here and
Oh,
try to target the two of you. So he's going to do his first attack on Sydney, second attack on Reckla, Jaw, and then Claw in that order. So this is on Sydney.
I hit. That's almost certainly gonna be a hit. Second time.
27?
Yeah, I would think so.
Probably. I don't think anyone has got better than.
Yeah, 22.
Yeah, because Dallett's got the best AC in this group. He's got like a 24 or 5, and no one has close to that. But all right, so the Claw's coming now for Reckla. And this is his second action, so 22?
Yeah, that's a hit.
I thought if I said it high pitch, it would hurt less, but 16 damage from a slash from this giant hothead. All right, so Sydney's up.
Sydney is going to take out the wand of ash. What was it?
Yeah,
Searing,
the new one.
scorching,
Ashes.
Scorching, yes.
searing ash.
Ashes, searing ashes. And I am going to blast off a burning hands on him.
I'm opening this for my benefit here, just to remind myself. Okay, burning hands. Okay, I got you. Yeah. All right. Reflex is not his best. It's not his worst, but it's not his best either.
Hmm.
I think one of you
Oh, I
knows
forgot to
everything
say.
about trolls, so that's why you need to know this. I remember one of you did like a check. Wasn't that you, Reckla?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, he's got a vision of weakness.
Yeah, I try to make
It's
sure
not,
I'm
but there's my roll. 6 damage.
21. Yeah. Okay. Let's see.
Oh, it just has a.
He missed it. Nice.
6.
Okay.
Oh, 6 damage.
Or I'm sorry, 6.
Yeah, just 6. Nothing crazy.
Okay. And anything else for Sydney? You took the thing out. You
No,
fired
it
it
was
with
one
a
action to take
second.
out the wand, and
One action to fire it, and then or you did
it's
2 actions. You did.
is it 2 actions to fire it? It's 2 actions to
I
fire
think
it.
it's 2 actions.
Just one. If it's just one, I'll walk. I'll take a stride.
Let me double check
I
it.
don't know if it's one. Or two.
It might be 1 because it's coming from an item. I just wanted to double check.
Yeah, I don't know.
Because that's just how long the spell goes
takes
for.
The
the
spell
magic attack.
costs.
Yeah.
It's one or the other. I know if it was first edition, it
They
would be,
both
it
make
would be
sense.
It's 2 actions. Actions.
That is all
Yeah.
3 of my actions. Then 1 to pull it out, and then
Yeah.
2 to cast out it.
All right, Fenwarden. This thing is now front and center in
Yeah.
the room.
Change weapons and take up his shadow sword. 1 action left to actually take an attack. And his AC is compromised now, right?
It's currently an 18 to hit the troll.
Oh, nice.
And he is now flat-footed until the start of my next turn. So you all are able to hit him flat-footed.
I forgot also, we didn't hit him with the persistent bleed damage at the end of his last turn.
Bleed and burn.
That's right. Got it. Thank you.
Top of that.
Okay. Yeah, and then let's see, he took critical damage of 30.
Nice.
Yeah.
Oh, goodness. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. It slumps just to the ground in a big mass.
I don't, but unfortunately Easton does. And he's supposed to go after the hobgoblin. I don't really want him to right now, but in all fairness, that's what I told him to do.
Go ahead and
See what his speed is. Pretty fast.
he sees the hobgoblin there.
So yeah, he's going to run up to the hobgoblin and take an attack on him.
I love it. I love that you stick with it. It's the right thing to do. He's triggered.
Yeah.
The trigger occurred, and he's going for it. Like he doesn't know any different. Like he wouldn't know that he
For
should.
hobgoblin, but Easton can make it to there with his first action.
Does Easton not have vision? No. Okay, let me
He
enable.
doesn't.
Let's see. I don't see.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Positioning behind the door.
Yeah, I think the door is the reason why I can't.
I see what you're saying.
I see my target at least.
Okay, that's fine.
Move to there, and that gives him one action left to
I
take
think.
a swipe on the hobgoblin.
Let me know if that did anything.
It
Oh,
looks
yeah,
like it did for me.
Yeah, that's right. And I can see through Easton now. So you can still see through a wall down here, but that's better. Anyway, he's going to take a bite
Okay.
and then be done.
I see that. That's okay. That one wall that you can see through is okay. That shouldn't be too bad. Shouldn't be necessary for me to draw any more walls on that one. But yeah, you've got. Let's see. So that's a crit miss.
He's good at those. Oh, weapon fumble. It's not a weapon, but I'll roll
Yeah,
it.
rename it to critical miss, and it doesn't have one, so it just takes the AC penalty.
I'm trying to remember if he's got the ability to relay back to me that he sees some other guys down there. I think that might be a higher level trait. I'll look that up.
Yeah, I don't know to what extent an animal companion can communicate with its ranger. That's a good
Yeah,
question.
I think that's something I can add later.
There's feats for that, right? There's feats where you can
Yeah,
get.
exactly.
I don't know though. Yeah, I don't know what is complementary, what comes with it as a base, but all right. But we'll holler if it's something notable. But otherwise, I think it is Reckless' turn here.
Yep. Okay.
And it's the troll's still got fire going on it from that alchemist
Yeah,
fire.
like it never put it out, so it's still got a part of it that's lit.
All right.
And
So
the
I think.
regeneration seems to have been.
All right. So with his first action, Rekla's gonna move here, and then he will target the hobgoblin with. Oh, wait, that can't be right.
No, that can't be right. You did roll a 3, but it doesn't have your. It doesn't look like it has
Yeah,
your
this
turn.
spell attack is 11.
It's not a critical miss.
Okay,
All right.
that would be the end of his turn.
All right. Grendel will, I think, just follow your lead for the most point. He's going to follow what the flow of the group is doing, and right now he sees two of you filing in, so he's going to follow. There's one action. What can he see, though? Can he see anything?
You can see this hobgoblin for sure.
Yeah, he can see that one. So he can, from there, fire upon it, and he can get 2 attacks. And he drops the hobgoblin with the arrow shot.
Nice. Beauty.
So it falls face first into the ground. We are done with Grendel then, and then this is where I think only Easton has the point of view to see it. But there is another treacherous little villain hanging out on the edge of the map here that is going to join the battle. And they are next to go. So I'm going to remove the troll and the hobgoblin for now and replace it with this new foe. I think for dramatic effect, it'd be better if it steps out here. So I'm going to move it out 1 step so it's seen. So its first action, it will step forward. And for those of you that are in that range, you see this absolutely hideous looking creature, human, bird, feral, winged talons, disgusting looking of a hybrid between those two things. And it seems to be looking a little bit angry at the moment as it turns the corner, and it was already alerted by the hobgoblin. So it at this point is going to first lets out a harpy cry, and you all hear this eerie but yet compelling melody start to echo through the hallways and the chamber where you're standing, and everybody needs to make a
Will?
which one is the Yes, will save.
Ooh.
It's DC 21, so it's not impossible here.
Yes.
That's not good. We got 2
Reckla,
fails.
hero point.
I used it.
He used
Oh,
it,
Yeah,
no.
I
yeah.
used mine too. So
Okay, so the fails, let's see. You are captivated by the song, essentially, is the effect. And once a creature succeeds. Holy crap, this is interesting. Okay, so failure means that you are completely fascinated by the sound and that you are compelled to move towards it. All of your actions must be spent moving
Moving towards
closer
the.
to the sound.
Gotcha.
As obediently as possible, according to the wording here. Let's see. If a captivated creature is adjacent to, let's double check it. Yeah, okay.
Did you happen to roll for Grendel?
Oh my goodness. So yeah, Grendel needs to roll this as well. And
Yeah.
so I would do it in the order that would make sense for the creature.
I think
Think
he's
about
going
that.
to break Easton in half.
I think the club is the better of its 2 attacks, honestly.
Yeah, that is a critical on Easton because he's currently -1 on his AC.
Just a hit, right?
No, it's critical. 10 to hit him right now.
Oh goodness. Okay, so he takes 16 from bludgeoning,
Okay.
and that is it for the Harpy.
Pretty effective.
Yeah, not a bad turn, depending on your point of view.
I'm
Hong,
compelled. I am compelled by the song, and I can cover this distance in 1 action. So I will have
Cindy, I
2
don't
actions.
understand. You
I
saved,
can.
didn't you?
No, Sydney got a 16.
Oh, he saved twice. First
Yeah, I
time
think
he
he.
missed.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh,
now that I'm adjacent to him, what do I feel compelled to do?
That's a good question. It just says it stays still and doesn't act. Yeah. Yes, you are.
Activating creature.
You all
It's my
right?
turn.
does Fenwarden have any knowledge of how to stop these guys from being fascinated?
Sure, you want to try a, I think there's like do a nature check. Maybe you could see if what you know about them.
Yeah, that's good.
The spell.
Oh, okay.
It's one of the oracles.
He natures a 22.
I think it's just that they're obviously evilly aligned and that their song is, you would know of the Song of the Harpy, and that it forces those to go towards the Harpy, who will then kill it. So that would definitely not be unknown to you.
But I don't know what snaps him out of it.
Most part being attacked, you think would break them out of it. That would be the one thing that would take them out of the effect. Yeah. Whether, yeah. So whether by you or them.
First one was recall knowledge. That's first, some sort that takes an action to
Oh,
remember that.
okay.
And then next action, he will instruct Easton to attack Reckla. And then his third action, he'll do a hunted prey on the Harpy.
Okay.
Has 2 actions, move, and fights Reckla to try to snap him out of it.
Okay. Only Sydney would see this next part, but Sydney, your point of view allows you to see this other creature who makes its way up this staircase and out of the area. That's the next thing to unfold here as Easton is attacking, or moving out of the way, I meant. So I think Reckla would be next.
Attack on Reckla was unsuccessful at the 15.
Let's see, would that...
Another savings throw?
Yeah, I think what it would do, you critically failed.
I critically failed.
Okay, so in your case, you are unable to be freed by an attack.
Okay.
Unfortunately. Now, you wouldn't have known that, but for the most part, anyone else, if you fail and you're attacked, you would be freed from it.
So with his first action, he's going to move there.
That's got to be a little bit of off-putting, though, that suddenly, like, your party's big cat attacks you just in a whim in the middle of battle. What's going on here? You love this song. That's true. You love this song. You're like dancing down the hallway all the way to the Harpy. All right. So you're there, and that's it. I think Grendel would be next. He failed as well. So how can we get in here? He can fit right there. He didn't critically fail, but so he would be, if he got attacked, he would get freed, as would the other. But all right, now we're back to our Harpy friend. And the Harpy is loving this, of course. She will go ahead and
I will literally like lock with it just right on because there's no way it's faster than me.
no,
I'm
you
just
could,
like on
yeah.
his heel.
All right.
On his heel there, and then that's the rest of my actions is whatever it took to stand next to him.
Yeah, I'll move you just to the top of the stairs so we know where you're at. And that's where we'll stop this. We'll pick this up in the middle of this next time where you are captivated by the Harpy and following it currently. Some of you are,
Yeah.
some of you aren't. But we should probably make note of who is captivated. Sydney is, and Grendel was. He's no longer, so I'll leave him out. So is it just
It's
Sydney and
just
Reckla?
me and Reckla.
Okay. Okay. And Reckla is critical, so he's not going to be
Yeah,
saved
he's
by the
critical.
attack, unfortunately. All right, so that's good then. That'll be good then. We'll see. Hopefully Ben will be here and we can plug him into this and see if Dallett
He can
can.
come charging in from down the hall.
Hey guys,
Exactly. Yeah.
wait up!
This song sucks. Yeah, but no, that's good. That was a good session. You guys
Yeah.
made it to Windridge. You met some people in Windridge. You got more information for your map, and then you found your way all the way into the actual structure already. You've infiltrated it pretty quickly. So now you've got yourself in a sticky spot. We'll see where it leads, but I had fun. I hope you guys enjoyed it.
Yeah, it was great.
Yeah.
Good game. Yep. Thank you.
Take care.
Night, y'all.